WW experiencing life without me and waking up from fog. Story 1. My wife of 7 years started a childish PA about 3 months ago. 1 month ago I've gone almost no contact except by email about children logistics, and living in a different apartment. We weren't married by paper, so this is basically our life now divorced. For a long time my WW complained about how crappy of a partner I am and how someone else would treat her so much better. But in reality I am overall an amazing partner who gave so much to her and our family and have a remarkable level of patience to deal with mistreatment for years like I don't think anyone else could. I thought this was a long rough patch and we would get through to the other side eventually through continually loving her, but her resentment towards me grew. Me being highly loyal, nothing she did to me made me leave. While she pushed me away I kept the vows of marriage and kept cleaning up any mess she made. The only thing to end the marriage to me is infidelity or death. When I found out she had time a month after kissing this random boy she met drunk at a house party I was crushed, and I'll admit I still did the pick-me dance for a couple weeks. Thankfully no more than that, I 180'd and cut her off. So here we are, after all these years of her wanting the relationship to be over, she got what she wanted. And she is realizing the grass was not greener elsewhere. The day after the 180 she was trying hard for me to come and do things with her as friends, saying she still has love for me. I explained to her we are not friends and I am not doing anything for her anymore. She now is experiencing what she claims she always wanted. She gets to do all the work in her apartment and pay for everything and do everything I used to do, which was the majority. She is a teacher and starts school next month, so her summer fantasy is over and it's back to slaving away with zero help from me. It's only been a month since she got what she always wanted and already she has tried hard to spend time with me, and recently her dad has called me and said how when they talk she always says she loves me so much but thinks it's over, which I said it is over unless she gives herself to GD. He says he is flying in from Europe in the next few months so we can talk I guess, but to me that means nothing if she can't change herself. My WW told me multiple times she is GD and she created everything. She actually believes this and was not joking when she said this. She has a huge ego and seeks validation from Snapchat, Instagram, any person she can talk to distract her from the void within. She is really very lost and damaged and does not do the work to overcome this. I am in this apartment lease until next summer. I figure she has until then to figure it out, and if not I am moving out of state. In just 1 month a lot seems to be happening, and when she goes back to work I feel it's really going to clear her fog, cause the reality of life is going to hit hard. But the only way I'd ever accept her back is if she repents and completely changes herself religiously and morally. I will never ever accept the mistreatment she put me through ever again. I'm just a little annoyed in this position of not knowing the future and having to go through this crap because she refused to introspect. The solace I have is no matter what happens my life is now good and I won't accept anything less. Why even give her the chance? Well, I see the good in her and think she has highly misled herself, if she could just realize that. I've worked so hard to get to where we are, and if this is what it finally took to get us through our marital problems, then so be it. Since I am going to be here working for a year, I think I might as well have a little more patience to see what happens as she experiences life without me, the one thing we never tried. Our is best case scenario if it is real and true. Nothing more powerful than a whole family working in unison. But if not, that is okay too. Time will tell. Just getting my words out there and wanted to share. If anyone else has similar experiences, please share. Story 2. Wife left me and the kids for a coworker. I've been lurking here for a while and thought I should introduce myself. I'm a disabled vet and currently unemployed because of the pandemic. I had to stay home while my wife worked. We had just had our son right before COVID went down, so he's 1 now. I cooked, cleaned, did the laundry, I did all the housework without complaint. I took care of our 9 and 1-year-old, making sure school went well, made meals, the whole 9 yards. My ex and I both grew up in troubled homes, so the plan was to be the parent we needed when we were kids. Turns out she had our last kid because she didn't love me anymore. She thought it would reignite something. She starts to work more, which I support. We need money. Things start going bad with COVID and we need to move into my mom's house so we can save money and she doesn't have to work as much. She's had a boyfriend since March. I had a feeling in April or so. By my birthday in May I knew. She didn't even hug me. I never felt so alone. Now, me and the kids are living at my mom's. She's moved in with her boyfriend. It's been almost a month since we've been here. My daughter wants nothing to do with her mom. My son doesn't even ask her for milk or cares when she leaves. They're over the initial loss, I think. But I feel so alone. It feels like when you're walking with someone and you start telling a story, then you turn to look at them and they're gone. It's like that X100. 14 years wasted. All I do is work out. I'm finally under 200 pounds for the first time in years. All I can think is keep moving forward for my kids. Thanks for letting me vent. Story 3. How do I cope with ex sleeping around? We split due to infidelity on her end. We've been living apart for more than a year now, but there has been some time now and then. A few days ago I learned that she has slept with some dude after a party a week ago, also 1 or 2 days after we had our last aita course, and also she gave me a BJ a few days after. I guess in my mind, even if we were separated, at some level we were still together, because this hit me like a ton of bricks. Yes, I know. She's fooled me many times. I asked her about it and she told me she slept with this guy to feel better, but it didn't work. In some way, it's probably the rude wake-up call I needed. I've installed Tinder, started matching with other girls and changed my relationship status on FB, but this still hurts like hell and for some reason I'm ashamed to admit it's making me lusting for her more. I'm staying the hell away from ex and I need to do a STD test. But other than that I just find myself drowning in unpleasant thoughts and I feel very down right now. Any advice? Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, it's simple, treat her like an ex where the only thing you do is co-parent. Set boundaries, maintain them. After a couple times of setting boundaries and holding them, you'll feel great about yourself. It's called virtuous cycle whereby the boundaries are reinforced through a repeated loop. Set boundary, maintain boundary, feel good, set boundary, maintain boundary, feel good. Redditor 2, so then what was the point of breaking up? What did you expect to happen in this casual relationship? You need to rebuild yourself and decide what you want in life, and just pouring yourself into Tinder probably isn't going to fulfill much. Redditor 3, quit talking to her. Just stop. Redditor 4, if she couldn't be faithful while you were together, why would you think she'd be faithful when she didn't have to? You need to separate yourself from this situation.